Okay guys, welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Today we're doing some more abrasive testing. Ignore everything you see on this board, especially this. You won't be able to work out what that is, and it's not some ranking thing either, or it's not some measurement thing, and you're not going to be able to work it out, so don't worry about that. There's some just general notes on some of the products. I'm taking notes as I go along as well. So we're building up to do a one-step all-in-one AIO comparison, and the last one I have yet to try is I think is the Menzerna one-step polish 3-in-1. So this looks like it can remove 3,000 abrasions, which is quite a modest claim. Some claim they can get through 2,000. High gloss finish and sealing rolled into one, free of silicone and fillers, which is important because some of them do have silicons and fillers in them. Okay, so the cut rating looks like down the middle 5 out of 10, and the gloss rating looks like a 9 out of 10. So now there's no other instructions on this. I've opened that up, so you might have to scan that to get more information, so you're kind of left to get on with it really, which is okay, but I would have thought you would want to put some vague instructions on the bottle. Nothing. So some people that are polishing or new to polishing might think, how do I use this? No idea, but generally, you know, put it on the pad and away you go. So we've got a fresh pad on there. We've just discarded the old one. And let's have a look at this. Oh, let's talk about the cost as well, guys. It comes in at its nearest price per litre, or its price per litre for its nearest litre offering is £30.95, which is the 4th cheapest in the test. Menzerna, very good on price generally, considering they're kind of an abrasive specialist. German. Okay, so we have a clear white paste. Some of them have got colouring in them, which is okay, but probably rather they didn't. But there's no solvent smell, which is good, or very little, and there's no scent. It's okay. So let's just make sure. This has had a little wipe down, but we were just testing the other one there, and it's done a great job of just clearing up the panel and buffing off nicely, the Shoal Concepts one. Let's go here where we've got light. So I'll do this 2x2, leave the middle section actually. I'm sure I might have one more to do. So you see all the little water spots and scummy bits. I don't know what that is actually. Okay, do you want an aerial view? What do you want? Should we do a different view this time, guys? I want you to see it. Let's do an aerial view. Right. Rotate. Hopefully that's a good view. Let's have a look. Right, bear with me. No, that's not a good view, is it? Or is it? No, you can see the bar. Oh God, I snapped my phone in half. Right, that'll do. Yeah, that's a good view. Right, so let's tap it out. Okay, spreader on speed 1. Crank up to speed 5. You try and work this with four passes. So horizontal, vertical, stop. Actually, that battery. Oh, I'm just getting old and weak. Right. Okay. So let's have a look at the buffage. Let's get a clean side. The towel. Let's get a nice bit of light behind us. There we go. Right. Doesn't, well, this is the thing about no instructions. Does it have a cure time? That feels waxy. Yeah. She feels similar to the Shoal, but it can't be the same. Well, you know, or even using the same technology because it's silicon free. So let's buff because we have no instructions to the contrary. Let's just do a light once over. So it just needs a little bit more buffage. You see that? So it's leaving. It just needs, it's not like one of those silky one pass buffs. It needs a bit more, it's not pressure, but it's just still a bit oily. So I wonder if that needs a little bit more cure time. This is where instructions are important. This is what I learn about products. So now I could go digging around and, you know, I could go digging around and whacking that code in and seeing if there's any information on cure times. Don't use it in sunlight. I'm within the temperature window. I've got really good temperature here for polishing. So it's important. So let's just continue and see if this is improving. Yeah, it's just that haze that needs a bit more heavy going over, you see, before you get that shine. So this is going to require a little bit more buffing out. But nothing, I'm not pressuring. And it is glossing up nicely. But it just needs, see, like, you need that light. Without that light, you can get bits missed. So this is quite a interesting one. Yeah. What have we got? What's left behind here? Just some little bits. Is that a water spot? Something that needed a little bit more working. So that's interesting. Sorry. It's nice. You're wrong, it's nice, but it's quite a wet. It's quite an oily buff. Is that a scratch? Sorry. There was a scratch somewhere, wasn't it? Somewhere around here somewhere. Yeah, it's quite an oily buff, so it just needs 3 or 4 circles. So you've got to go slow. If you went like this and you didn't have good lighting, you'd be leaving, you know, product smears. Which is fine, but it's not. What does it feel like? It feels nice. Yeah, it feels nice. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, no, very, very similar to the feeling to the Shoal. Just good. It's got that nice slidey, polished feeling, but yeah, interesting. I think the Menzerna, I'm just going to tell you some little things about it. I think it has a decent level of cut as far as these AOIs go. AOIs, yeah, all in AIOs. All-in-ones, AIOs. I'm going to keep getting that wrong for to the dawn of time. I think the cut level on it is good. It's somewhere in the upper order. I don't know exactly yet, but it's definitely choppier than your average AIO. So that's where we are with Menzerna. Again, quality, reputation for German abrasives. Been specialising in these sorts of products for a long time. Very competitive price. 4th highest, over half the price of some of the other ones in this test. So very interesting. Is it a potential winner? at the moment, it's not ruling itself out, but we're going to look at what it leaves behind, how the gloss compares, how the cut compares, how the protection elements of what's left behind compare, because I've got a feeling that's where we're going to separate the men from the boys. Some products are going to have the abrasive pedigree here, and some aren't. You know, I won't spoil the surprise yet, but I'm learning. There's a couple of surprises for me, ones that I didn't think would cut that well, would actually do. Some are going to rule themselves out by being ridiculously expensive when they perhaps don't need to be. You know, if there's good quality products that are not 10% cheaper, but like well over half the price or nearly a third of the price, then you can't justify those huge price tags when typically, unless it does something that's like magical. So you know how I roll with all that. That doesn't go down too well, but I'll always do that. I don't care. I don't care. This is a comparison. Price is important. What else? Yeah. We'll do the slickness test on it, which is important, but how they go on and how you use them is really important to me. So I'm looking for something that can do everything. I'm looking for something that is priced right, that can give me a cut and a finish that's acceptable, that's very easy to use and buffs nicely, and then gives me that feeling that I've actually put down some meaningful protection. Some of them are really good, but I might not reach for them if I had this arsenal here, because I think, oh, well, if I used X, I know I'm going to get 3 months. Whereas if I use Y, it might be really nice to use, and I might have that immediate satisfaction of it looking a bit better. But after a couple of washes, I don't even know about the protection's there, and I feel like I need to do it again. So that comes into it as well. By the end, when we do our recommendation, you should be getting a really solid product that you can use and that I will also use, you know, which is half the reason I do this. So thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to join us on Instagram, Forensics Detailing Channel, or you'll find us, Forensics something. Don't forget, we've got an unplugged channel called Forensics Unplugged. Subscribe there for even more informal videos, if it gets me more informal. And other than that, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I?